They don't smoke vapes out there.
You know who
Probably
else
not.
doesn't smoke vapes?
Us?
Well, I thought it would be Ken after the billboard, but I learned that it made absolutely no change.
He's a tough cookie to crack.
Yeah. Like I said,
I
it's not
thought,
gonna be that
honestly, I
easy.
thought that it would do it.
Maybe we gotta, instead of the billboard, we gotta get him in rehab.
Rehab?
I'm not doing your rehab bullshit.
Ken, that's what they all say.
Said every person to rehab, going to
I'm not
rehab
doing
ever.
your rehab bullshit. I don't need rehab. That's
Honestly,
what they all say.
Ken,
It's the first step.
You hate the vape jokes and content so much, I figured that would just be your final straw to be like, all right, I'm done.
I feel like the more you try and push me to do something, the more I'm going to resist and just say,
Oh,
fuck it.
Believe me, we
this
know.
is what I was
Yeah.
saying. If you want Ken to do something, tell him to do the opposite of it, and he will do what you want him to. It's basically just a mind game.
You think
like
we
if
should
you're like-
surprise him with vapes?
Hey, Ken, don't pick up that empty bottle on the floor there. Don't put it in the trash either. Then he'll pick it up and put it in the trash. You gotta just play
Good
it.
old-fashioned reverse
Yeah,
psychology.
it's reverse psychology. So tell him, Ken, we love it when you vape. Can I buy you some more?
You know, I'm not really feeling this anymore.
Yeah, I don't want you vape. Fuck out of here.
Here's how you get him to quit. You guys start vaping with him, and he's like, you're cramping my style.
Yeah, that would do it.
Listen, guys, there can only be so many vapors in this crew.
Yeah, the billboard was a lot of fun. Kind of learning that it doesn't cost for what we get out of it. It doesn't cost all that much to rent a local billboard in town.
Yeah, it's
And
all right off too.
And as long as it's somewhat appropriate, like, you can't cross. There's some lines it can't cross. They'll do it and they'll
Yeah,
put it up and they'll like
$1,200, pretty good.
whatever, plaster it up or however that works.
Yeah, can we talk about just like the whole process behind that?
Yeah, I didn't realize how much work went in
quite a
behind
bit
the
of work.
scenes for you guys on that.
Well-
because I was one of the people who got surprised. You three were in on it.
Yeah, so I've had that idea in my notes for a while. It wasn't necessarily Ken. It was just like, what could we put on a billboard for years, actually. And initially, I want to do it on the electronic one that goes by. It just like flips through them. But I started thinking about that shit's
Doesn't
lame.
hit the
That's
same.
not the same. Yeah, like a couple months ago, I just started looking up Newman Signs and just gave him a call and asked how much it would be to get a billboard. And they told me $1,200. I was expecting like 10 grand. When they said 1,200, I was like. Eyes lit up, went over, told Ben, and then we just started plotting like what'd be something good to put on it.
Who's gonna be the victim?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess we just didn't know like how savage to go with it.
Well, you were limited too because like
It's a public.
it's a
billboard.
public billboard. Like you can only
Kids
go,
read it,
you can
yeah.
only do so much on a.
But a vaping billboard, it's a good cause to somebody
Yeah,
who
exactly.
does it.
Anti-vaping.
Yeah, like an anti-vaping. It's makes sense, and we just knew that
Yep.
was Ken's trigger spot. The
Right, and
vaping.
it flowed really well with the hypnotist, which I think the billboard might have been scheduled before the hypnotist. So
Yeah.
it all just storylined really nice.
Yeah, it did. And it looks professional too, because we kind of like drew it up and here's where we want this, here's what we want to say. And Mike went in there and put his graphic design touch on it. And we were like, oh my God, this is like a full on, this is a real
Perfect.
billboard.
Well, the guy that I sent it to, he did hit me up when after I sent it, he was like, I don't know if we can run this. And then this kind of seems like a hit piece out on Ken, yada, yada. And then I just was like, I just sent back this like really long thing. I was like, oh, no. He's all in on it. He thinks it's funny. This has been a long thing coming and this is all for content. And he knows it's going down when in reality, Ken didn't. And then I was like, just run the billboard.
Bunch of lies.
We were going to have him call and put like me on. Hello, this is Ken.
Yeah, I was worried he was gonna ask. Well, can I just talk to Ken? That's why I was like, okay, Ben, be ready. I'm gonna send him over your way.
I think it was pretty smooth and seamless.
Yeah.
And then we figured out the last thing Ken wants to do is go to rehab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was really what scared him.
Best
He
part
really
is when
showed
he
his
goes,
cards there.
What do you think? I'm fucking blind? I'm not fucking blind, CJ. And we're like, oh shit, okay, he saw it. He's just not really giving us a reaction. And then he finally sees the billboard. He's like, Jesus. He was right in
It's too
front the
good.
whole time.
Can't
Well,
make
it's
it
like
up.
you when do you notice a billboard? You get so blind to all these billboards out there, you just focus on other things, and it's just like that's a accessory on the side. You don't even like
I
realize
agree.
it's there.
I agree 100%. So
Yeah.
it's probably not too big of a deal having it on the billboard.
My phone has been blown up.
That's probably from the video rather than the billboard.
Yeah, I don't-
Yeah. But still, like I get texts from all the local people. Hey, nice billboard.
Yeah, I'm sure there's just plenty of that in general.